The other thing that the federal complaint has, I don't know, Wally, what you make of this, is that they have some more details on the case itself from that notebook he was supposed to be carrying. Apparently talked in the notebook. Some of it we knew, I think, and some of it, is new to us. Talking about whacking a healthcare CEO, had written that earlier. And in the notebook, there was actually an entry in August where he said, "I'm glad of the way I've procrastinated. It allowed me to learn more about the company," and said that the target is insurance because it checks every box. So I guess we learned a little bit more about his planning. But pick up on that and what you were saying about cooperation between authorities.
Well, first of all, in the murder in the first degree and the influence of terrorism,
yeah,
he's hitting all the numbers. It's not just to kill one person, but to terrorize others, especially in the health industry. He's putting fear into them. He's putting a whole fear into the whole health industry, not just in the CEOs, just in people that do work within that industry. And on a sidebar, and you brought up a very interesting point, and it is true, under the ghost gun, which he did manufacture himself by his computer, and it's untraceable and unserialized, which is a federal crime. I know that for a fact. So that is a very positive thing on the federal aspect of it.
Right. So while you don't see it as necessarily a turf war, or maybe you do.
Not at all.
Yeah, right.
Not at all, but I just feel that, working together, first of all, working together with city, state, and federal agencies is the most important thing. Why? Because you got three great heads working together and you're sharing all the intelligence that you can put together. On the other side of the coin, we're looking at the criminal procedure law or the penal law, that says that sometimes, and New York State has priority over something of this nature. It may at some point, but it may not have it in this particular situation. And that's why the feds brought him in with NYPD.
Interesting.
I mean, he went to the magistrate's office. The magistrate did the arraignment. And on top of that, he's up probably at MCC right now, the Manhattan Correctional Center. And that's where he'll be until December 19th, when he goes back to Pennsylvania for his other charges.
Right, he still faces those charges. But yeah, I guess he'll have to. They said he would go back. I guess it'll be interesting to see how that all plays out. But that's the plan as of now. What do you guys all make? Tad, I'll start with you. As go around the horn real quick on this of the attention for this case, even today in Pennsylvania, all these signs, free Luigi, this kind of thing. That's almost why I asked Wally, were they afraid someone would try to help him? And that's why the NYPD wanted to have such a heavy presence. I mean, what do you make of all this, sympathy, Tad, for this guy who's accused of a cold-blooded murder in the streets of New York?
Yeah, I'm primarily a civil lawyer, and, insurance companies can be the bane of the American population's existence, and especially healthcare companies. Under federal law, in most instances, you cannot sue a healthcare company civilly for them denying your claim. The vast majority of Americans don't have that right. In small cases, you can. I think this is just, it's sad because we shouldn't be celebrating this murder, but the fact of the matter is, this is years of frustration about a bad healthcare system, a bad insurance system, and how we pay for healthcare in this country.
Just sets a terrible example or precedent, I think, at least in terms of how we deal with something like that. You got a guy on camera shooting someone, but Tracy?
Look, Connell, I agree with you. It sets a pretty awful precedent. Look, as an FBI agent, we did a lot of healthcare fraud, quite frankly. It was one of the largest things that we did in the particular office that I worked in. And it was catastrophic, right, to see the damage that healthcare companies had inflicted on innocent people. But the reality is you cannot engage in vigilante justice. And I do think it's part of where these terrorism charges come from, that he is being, charged with. And I'm not necessarily against that. Just to give you a personal anecdote, Connell, I've been on your show about this for the past, week or so. I have never received more death threats in my life than I have because of what I have said about Luigi Mangione. That is the
on social media, you mean, and stuff like that?
Showing up at my daughter's school because of this. And that is fascinating to me and is really showing the level of rhetoric and the awful, awful precedents that this sets.
Someone actually showed up at your daughter's school. My God. Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.